Edwin here with a new thing I'm gonna do with the Chordbuddy. If you don't know, this is a G, a D, a C, and an E minor. Anyways, I have a ton of subscribers, and for some reason, over the last like 3 or 4 days, I've been getting tons of emails from these subscribers telling me that they've taken the booties off, that the side rubbers fell off, and it's not just a couple now. We're talking, over 40 people now. So they're saying something about they watched a video where you can take it off and all this, that, and the other. And I don't know what videos they've saw because I haven't put any out like that. But I will say this right here. Never under any circumstances, unless you have to change them, do you take any of the rubbers off of your Chordbuddy. Can it play without them? Yes, it can. But you got to have gorilla hands in order to push it down so it doesn't ring. Never take the rubbers off. Now they sell 2 different styles of rubbers. Well, sell, giveaway, whatever. They sell black ones, or they have black ones, and then they have gray ones. The gray ones are really short like this, and the black ones are just a little bit thicker. Normally the black ones you would use back here on the back of the C or the E minor. But there's a lot of variables that play into this. First off, Chordbuddy is a universal device that is made to fit most guitars. Now they do have one for a classical, one for a left-handed, one for a junior, and et cetera, et cetera. But I'm talking about this one right here, okay? Now, when you install this Chordbuddy, here's what you do. First off, one of the variables that will cause ringing to your guitar is the distance that your strings are right here. Cheaper guitars are way up in the air like that. Now, first, before I put this on, I want to show you what I'm talking about. I have a fake ovation here, okay? It's called a K-tone. Now look right here. Do you see the distance right here? See, I can put my whole hand underneath there. Do you see that? I have to readjust this guitar and everything else. This is not a good guitar. It's not a friendly player or anything like that. It is a horrible guitar to be able to play on because you'd have to mash so hard. If you put the Chordbuddy on that one right there, it's going to ring like crazy because the strings are too high off of the neck like that. What you want to get ideally, and I don't know how good you can see that, but see there? See, looky here. I can't even put my fingers nowhere near under that. Realistically, if you was to take a couple of quarters and stick them right here on the 11th fret, there's a way you can adjust it with a stick where you stick it right here on the 12th fret and then you measure it and it's so many centimeters, this, that, and the other. But we're not going to get into that. I'm just telling you reasons why you could have ringing other than the Chordbuddy itself. It could be in the guitar itself. The guitar strings could be too high. Second, you could have the wrong thickness strings on there. I use medium to light or extra light or light strings. I never use the heavy or the, and I also use bronze strings. And I'm not suggesting that you go out and do that or whatever, but always remember, there's a reason why if it's not sounding right, there's a reason why. Anyways, so let's go ahead and go to the installation. First off, you loosen this here up and you slide this out. Now, all these rubbers should be on. This one here's a brand new one that I just bought. And I bought it for my wife's guitar, and I'm putting it on this one right here as a demonstration. All right, now look at this. I'm going to put it on way down here just for sake. Okay, now what you do is when you get it on, you push it back until it stops. These little things will automatically stop whenever it gets far enough back. Then you just give it a little bit of a tighten. Not a lot, just enough so that when you strum your guitar, there's no sound. If there's no sound, crank it down right there, and then you can play. Okay, now, reasons why you would be buzzing. Maybe this right here, let me turn this way. Maybe this here is loosened up like this, and it's setting like that. Do you see that? At an angle. These have to come down. Let me take this off and show you really quick. All right, see there's a little lip right here, right there. Those 2 little lips need to be in there. If these rubbers get wore out on the side, it'll cause buzzing. If this here's not pushed all the way up, each one of these right here, it'll cause buzzing. So this person, subscriber, one of my specific subscribers named Heavenly Places, she sent me a video, and I was able to see her video, and I was able to determine some things for her that I emailed her about, and then I'm making this video specifically for her so she can see it. Anyways, when you install the Chordbuddy, here's what you don't do. Don't lift this thing way up in the air like this right here. Sure, it's not going to buzz, but the problem is, see how far you got to go down when you're pressing these? What's going to happen is you're going to break one of those tabs off right there, and then you're going to have to call Chordbuddy. Chordbuddy's going to have to send you another one. Who knows, this, that, and the other. What you want to do, ideally, is you want to try to get it as level as possible like that to where it's not ringing. If it's not ringing, squeeze in on both sides and tighten down. If you get it down too low, it's going to sound like this. That means it's too low. Just lift it up a hair and give it a little tighten. Okay? So, now, see, it's nice and level. It's at a slight angle this way. You don't want it way up in the air like that, is what I'm trying to say. So, first, never take the rubbers off. Second, install it to where it's all the way up against the top of the guitar. This is just above the 3rd fret, and it's at a slight angle. And make sure that your strings ain't touching nowhere near underneath, right in this area right here. Now, the next thing that I've heard from multiple people is, why does it make certain noises when you use one finger, and then when you use another finger, it don't make the noises anymore? Well, first off, you got to remember, if you got the Chordbuddy and you just got it and you put it on, you're a beginner. So you don't really know how hard to press down. And there is no set way of how hard you push down on the Chordbuddy. I barely push it down. I don't, Jahanka push it down. Because my guitar sort of formed to it, and I don't really have to. Now, on some of the other guitars, yes, I've had to really press down on it. One of the ways you get around this is to practice with your pinky first, then your other finger. Okay? Now, ideally, you want to use your pinky here, your ring finger here, your middle finger there, and your pointer finger right there, because that builds muscle memory and it allows you to be able to transition from the Chordbuddy into the chord structure or shape with ease. But that doesn't mean you have to do it that way. If you can't press that down with your pinky because it makes noise, use your other finger. If it don't make no noise, you'll eventually gain muscle memory and you'll gain strength in your hand, and then you'll be able to do it with no problem. Another thing is, don't hug the neck of the guitar like this. Don't grab around it like you're, going to ball bat somebody in the head. Try to keep your hand to where this part of your hand is on the back of the guitar. That way you're pushing up with your hand and pushing down with your finger. That will, make it so you don't have to grip so tight. It will be easier on you. Sometimes I've even suggested that people put their thumb on the back of the guitar like that right there, and but it's ideally however you want to go. The proper way would be to let it rest right there, because you do not want these fingers right here to touch that Chordbuddy. You want that gap in there. Okay, now another thing is, when you move the Chordbuddy around, I've heard that it will scratch up your guitar. Yes, it will scratch up the guitar, especially if you lose your rubbers off of the end of it. My suggestion is, if you get it on and you get it to where it's not ringing, squeeze it down a little tight, and don't take it off again until you're ready for it. Don't get in a hurry within the first 2 days of playing and be like, oh, I'm going to pull the first tab out and start playing. Get used to it. Gain muscle memory. Gain inner ear. Gain your strumming ability a little bit. Technique. And then after a little while, don't be in a hurry, because you want to be able to hear these chords ring out so that you can, get it on the inside. Now, there's 2 chords that are really hard to reach on the Chordbuddy. Not hard for me, but I mean when you first start out. That's the E minor. I've heard it when people... You hear that? Bow, bow. That's because my finger is touching over here. Okay. Anyways, I've seen it where it's because you're not pressing down on it right. If you get to where you got strength on top of it, you see, just squeeze a little bit tighter. The C's the same way. All right, that right there is because my finger's gripping. Anyways, this is Edwin, Chordbuddy, G, D, C, E minor. Hopefully this has been a little helpful for you. Let me give you a recap really fast of everything. Don't never take none of the rubbers off of the Chordbuddy unless you have to change them. And you're not going to have to. Trust me, folks, I've been playing with the same one for 2 years and I haven't wore it out yet. So there's absolutely no way for you to wear it out that quick. And I put hours and hours and hours into playing. All right. Second, make sure it's level, not way up in the air like that, because if it's way up in the air like that, you're going to break a tab by pushing it down. I know Chordbuddy says that it needs to be up, but whenever they say that it needs to be up, they're not talking about like this. They're talking about up off of the strings. You know, you're going to cause yourself a lot of unnecessary heartache and grief when you break a tab, and then you have to call Chordbuddy, and it takes 3 days to get another one, and then you can't play. Anyways, another thing, look and make sure all these tabs are pushed directly up in there with no problem. Make sure that the Chordbuddy's pushed all the way back against the knuckle that way and that it's just above that 3rd fret. You see that right there? Just above that 3rd fret or right at it. Okay? Make sure there's no ringing. And place that back of that hand right there in that guitar. Right there. Right against the palm of your hand where your thumb is. Right there. Not down here. Not over here. Right here. I'm telling you. I've been practicing with this thing for ever, and I'm telling you, I know what's comfortable and what's not. Okay? Anyways, hopefully this here helps y'all out. Heavenly Places, if you need me, shoot me an email. I'll definitely get back with you again. If anybody out there has any questions, shoot me an email. You can send it to parsonsedwin79@yahoo.com. You can send it to edmenplayer at gmail.com. You can hit me up on Google Hangouts. If you're on Facebook, I'm under Karen Parsons, my wife's name, in Summerfield. Just shoot me a friend's request. I'll do a Facebook Live with you. If you want my telephone number, I'll send it to you. You can text me. You can call me. We can do a video chat. I don't have a problem with it. Anything I can do to help somebody out with the Chordbuddy, because Chordbuddy's been so good to me and helping me all the time. All right? Y'all take it easy. Have a blessed day. This is Edwin, Chordbuddy, G, D, C, E minor. Subscribe, send me a text, send me an email, share and like the video, and let me know what you think. Y'all take it easy and have a blessed day.